What happens when a nation refuses to bow to pressure from a global superpower? Right now, we are witnessing an extraordinary situation unfolding before our eyes. Nigeria, the most populous nation in Africa and the continent's largest economy, is standing resolutely against threats from President Trump, who has suggested a potentially severe military response. But let's be clear, this is not just another headline or a spat on social media. It reveals a deeper transformation in global affairs. For decades, middle powers often bent to American pressure. Today, the world is changing. Nigeria's wealth and critical resources, oil, natural gas, rare earth minerals, is something both Washington and Beijing covet. Yet what's more significant is Nigeria's stand as part of a broader movement across Africa, the refusal to accept old patterns of coercion. Historically, threats of military action were often enough to force compliance. No longer. We are seeing the power of defiance. Nations calculating that submission carries greater cost than standing firm. The crucial question is not whether Trump will act, but what this standoff reveals about global power structures, and whether we are moving toward negotiation or disaster. To understand how we reached this precarious point, we must look at decades of events and policies. Nothing in international relations happens in a vacuum. Nigeria's current position didn't arise from a single tweet or decision. It is the result of long-standing grievances, broken promises, and a fundamental misreading by Washington of a world that has evolved. When visiting Lagos or Abuja and speaking with economists, civic leaders, and government officials, the prevailing sentiment is not sheer anti-Americanism. It is deep disappointment. Disappointment that the promises of partnership, democracy, and economic prosperity have mostly gone unfulfilled. Instead of support, Nigeria receives structural adjustment programs that weaken social services, trade deals favoring foreign companies, and security arrangements more focused on American strategic interests than addressing local terrorism challenges. Trump's warnings didn't appear out of thin air. They followed a series of choices by Nigeria that Washington found unacceptable. One key factor is Nigeria's expanding economic ties with China. This isn't minor trade. We're talking about massive infrastructure projects, railways, ports, refineries, telecom networks, that Nigerians had long requested from Western partners but never received on acceptable terms. When the West imposed